keep an eye on the. Okay, so we are back with the WSUS now, and WSUS, Windows Server Update Services, is the main application that installs all the updates that are related to Microsoft, whether it's operating system client or server or applications client or server, right? Anything Microsoft, it updates that. There's one dedicated server that downloads and installs this for all the clients and server applications and OSs. If you don't have that, if the client machines and the server machines, all the applications on them are updating directly from internet, there are two disadvantages. One is consumption of bandwidth. Second is that if we blindly install the critical updates and Windows updates, maybe it might corrupt us as well, corrupt some of the applications as well. It happened in our environment as well. Okay, so it happened in our environment. There was a job. Yeah, I am logged into many job boards. What are you amazed about? That's I sent to people. Okay, anyway, so it happened, and you must have your stories you have heard on the forum as well that okay, there was an update that was deployed to 10,000 machines. The Excel did not start. Some of the formula of Excel did not start, so that update has to be uninstalled until the Microsoft releases the solution for that. So there are some updates that if you go blindly, they're going to actually disrupt your operations on large scale. Whoever is system administrator is going to be in big trouble then. Did you not test it? Don't you have a test environment to? So that same version of MS Office should be in your test environment, and same version. Your test environment should not be latest one, right? Exactly as the client side is, production environment client side is. So you will first test it on your Excel, MS Office on your test environment. Then you would know that error should come there, right? And sometimes error don't come right away. Install the updates, keep watching Event Viewer for the whole day, 24 hours, 48 hours. Keep watching Event Viewer.
One more on software testing.
Exactly, software testing. So with these critical updates, whoever is responsible really is in a very sensitive position. That you're deploying it to 10,000, 20,000, 80,000 machines. So you're approving that. So you better have a very good reason if there is any problem. Maybe you did not detect it at that time. Maybe 48 hours passed and there were no critical error related to that particular application, or even not related to that particular application. After installation of those, the critical updates, after installation of those updates, maybe errors started coming for logged in or already installed application. So you cannot just point, it's related, or the error will never say, maybe it doesn't say that this new update is related to that somehow. Maybe those applications start behaving bad. So this means you would know that what change I made, I just installed the new updates. So uninstall those updates and check again. 24 hours. So it's really a process that you have to be very careful about.
So when will you deploy this on the client side? This capture image next lab?
So this is going on right now. In fact, I should not have stopped the video. Yeah, it's still 40%.
It will complete next week or
So
same lab?
I'll let it go, and until it is successfully completed, I will again record it, a separate video. Then I'm going to merge the two videos. How to deploy it is the same procedure, but I'm going to show you that. But it's just that if you want to test this image on the client, what will you do? You will go back to the server side, and you will again go to the unknown options and make it press escape, the third option, automatic. Then start a new machine and try this working image then, right?
Why you simply install in
This case, because it is already having an operating system, it's going to detect that, it's going to log in from there, it's going to boot from that operating system. Bare metal, it just goes to the network. In this case, it will not go to the network automatically. We tried that with that option, and then sysprep and then come back again.
Even my system is like more than 3 so it's calculated.
Oh, okay. So no more sysprep.
You can do one thing. You can
If you took a snapshot.
take the snapshot and then try.
No,
then
if you
what-
have already taken the snapshot, you can go back to that. But if not, then
Take the
30.
snapshot.
Okay, so WSUS, I'm just going to go ahead a little more about that. Oh, seriously. So there are those gazillion documents, and WSUS is the. So there are just two types of WSUSs, and okay, these are some of the SLMGR. Forget it. What's on the menu today? WSUS, DFS, FSRM. Okay, that was another class. Kerberos. We're gonna discuss that too. Windows Server Update Services. We did that actually. So I just wanted to make sure about one more point here. So it updates all the operating systems. Yes, we discussed that. All the server applications and all the desktop applications. Then, okay, this is clients all connecting to internet directly. Instead, if you put WSUS server, they're gonna connect to WSUS for all the updates, and WSUS will, on their behalf, download all the updates, right? There are two modes here, autonomous mode and replica mode, but we can understand from this diagram better. So the WSUS server, the parent server, if you install another WSUS server in the second branch, that will be the downstream server, and that server's upstream server will be the parent server, the first server that we. So downstream server, you know, it's receiving the updates. Upstream server is sending the updates and receiving directly from the internet. Autonomous mode and replica mode. What's the difference here? Autonomous mode is a large branch. Replica mode is a very small branch. The only difference is that every WSUS server is supposed to grab all the updates from the parent WSUS server, but and they utilize WAN connection for that, right? But your WAN connection is always very critical to stay up all the time. Why? WAN connection must not go down because of irresponsible updates. They are responsible updates, but I'm saying irresponsible in a sense that, okay, WAN is being used for what? Domain controller, name resolution, so Active Directory authentication update, traffic, for name resolution traffic, for all the other, what is that called, for forest level search, GC, right? Global catalog traffic. There could be any other banking application, insurance application, or hospital or university application that is, it's critical to use the WAN link at certain times to update. So you cannot just Windows updates, you cannot ask the autonomous mode servers with huge amount of updates to be deployed. You cannot expect these servers to get all the updates from the parent server through WAN. So autonomous mode just means that the WSUS servers in autonomous mode are allowed to connect to the internet, download all the updates, but send the reports still to the parent WSUS server.
So you mean
WSUS, parent server must know which server is doing what in the downstream servers.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can download directly or he download directly.
So this autonomous mode can download directly from internet instead of connecting through WAN to the parent WSUS.
No, when we installing the autonomous mode,
It's a downstream server.
it's a downstream server, but it can check with the parent as well.
It can
get the download from parent as well and download, or it only can download but inform the parent.
inform only.
That
Don't
inform
download.
only.
Don't use the WAN. Why? Because it's a large branch, which means huge amount of applications need updates. Different types of applications need. Maybe it's 2,000 or 5,000 computers here. So every OS, every desktop application, and every server application needs an update. You cannot just use WAN for huge amount of Windows updates, right? You can just directly let it connect, but report the thing to the server.
Normal enterprise environment, there are two kind of handling. One is like where you have point-to-point connectivity. Then you have the normal download, which is internet connectivity, any DSL connection. The other one is connected with the Cisco router point-to-point. So in that case, like it has.
You need to secure your bandwidth.
Parent, yeah, but it's gonna download directly using the
internet.
low-cost link.
DSL.
Yes.
So definitely. Why the replica mode? What is the difference? This is the difference. Replica mode, small branch, very less updates, use the WAN connection, report to the parent WSUS server as well as download with its permission. So it's just connected as if the replica mode WSUS server is connected as if it is inside that branch, the head office branch. But the autonomous mode, it's going to get the download direct but report only. It's going to get the download. Yeah, replica will.
Only download from parent.
Yeah, that's the only difference, right? So, but parent, whoever is the system administrator there in the head office must know all the activity going on through the parent WSUS server. Which branch or which downstream servers are reporting any problem, any errors for those. So that information is critical, right? So that's why we have this that go download directly but report to us. The main thing is all downstream servers must report to the parent server. That's the main thing, right? That's not the only thing. So we need a DC where we're going to deploy the WSUS as well now. Okay, WDS is deployed already. So we are just filling up the DC. We love DC, right? Okay, WDS also did not have a huge application, so we installed that. WSUS is also not going to have huge applications or traffic or data. So all we need to do is make sure your DC has internet connection. Now, so I'm just going to go back and check if my DC has internet connection, and I'm going to go to the website. Oh. First, I'm just gonna go and check if my So internet was disabled. Internet network card, enabling that, and yeah, it is not showing the yellow sign. So I'm just looking at this sign. It's not showing that. So it has internet access, and I've enabled that internet card. So now I'm just gonna still double check that if I have internet connection by going to the website. This is crucial. Why? Because it's going to start connecting and it's going to really look like it's downloading, and we could be spending hours, and when we check, oh, it was not downloading, but it's not going to show you, or it's going to show you error after a long time. So we don't want that. Now it is connected to internet, the website is opening, so let's just go and download dashboard from add the role of Windows Server Update Services, add roles and features, next, role based or feature based. Yeah, first three just okay. On the roles window, go way down, and Windows Server Update Services is the last one, right? Anyone following? All right. Oh yeah. Hey, that's good. Add features, so it's just normal adding the role. In SCCM, you have to deploy WDS as well as WSUS, both. Okay, anyway, features, nothing in features, it just popped up and we went next.
How big are the updates? Once you download all the updates for Microsoft all the way,
40 gigs, 50 gigs.
so you need to have a similar folder,
Drive, exactly, just like the WDS, exactly. It should be a separate folder, definitely. Yep, it should be a dedicated. It should be a dedicated separate server actually. But here also, if you're deploying on same, it should not be, even on that server, it should not be the C drive. You're right. It should be a separate drive. But we're always breaking the rules because of the private lab we have. What is this, guys? No, WID.
And you said that I'm not sure if it is this, but you said that updates must be only
Update was? Mm-hmm.
Must be the second week of the month. Which one is that?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
The month on Tuesday.
It should be installed on the second drive. That's what I was saying.
Second day.
Yeah, so have a second drive, add a second drive, E drive, F drive, and put it on the second drive always. I put it on the C drive just during the installation now because I have just C drive, and I'm not going to download all the updates now. I'm just going to show how to configure it.
No, you
And-
said that Windows releases updates every month.
yeah,
Okay, and if you want to do that in the working environment, it must be the second week of that
second week of exactly.
month and on Tuesday or
Yeah, so it's second Tuesday.
second Tuesday.
Yeah, second week's Tuesday they release, and by third week companies start deploying that.
And is this what we are
Exactly.
doing now?
So this is just to configure the WSUS, but Microsoft normally schedule of release is second Tuesday, which is just for information.
It is bi-weekly or every week?
No.
Bi-weekly.
It's second Tuesday of the month.
Second Tuesday of the month, while the company does that at the third week of the month.
Yeah.
So, what at the third week of the month, when we have this installed, okay, so how is it automatically?
Yeah. So it can, if we put it on automatic, it's going to deploy automatic. So I'm going to show you that it's going to show the updates. Then we have to approve it. What we want to download, what we don't want to download.
Okay.
Yes, and we can put it on automatic as well if we want.
Is there, in item change control in the system, in the company, there are department who's going to look at
Yeah.
the source code,
Yeah.
from line to line to
Mhm.
know exactly what the update is doing. Probably
Exactly.
introduce a vulnerability to make the program or the network vulnerable for attack or whatever. What
Yeah.
exactly is Microsoft putting in?
So we have a security team. Most of the companies have security team.
Okay, IS audit.
Yeah. So audit team or security team, they actually go through that. And when Microsoft releases on the second Tuesday, they connect their partners. They have a webinar, and their partners get connected, and they explain every Tuesday or the next day. They explain what each new update is doing, and there's a like 2 or 3 hour of lecture there every time. So the partners just say, hey, go ahead and listen to that. And if you want to object or want to question why is it update, is it going to do something like this, and then we all will also test. That's why we take 1 week, because we're testing in on test environment, which is exactly the same as our production environment. Okay, this is WID database. WID is internal Windows database, and if your updates are very large, then you're gonna go for SQL Server, as the database for saving updates. But if just like ours, it's just a very small environment, so we're just gonna keep it to the internal small database, and of course the WSUS services. If we go for database here, we have to uncheck this and check this. Then the next screen it will ask where is the SQL Server, right? We have to give the path.
Automatically.
The SQL Server.
SQL Express edition or anything.
No, it's gonna ask for a path.
But it's gonna
Hey, let's check that. I don't think it's gonna install that, but okay. If I uncheck that,
Microsoft product will not install it. Always third party.
no, the bigger products, they have the Express Edition with them. Like SCCM has Express Edition. Others, there are no bigger separate products which have licenses. They have their Express Edition as well.
It's not going to work with the SQL Express edition. We implemented Virtual Machine Manager, and that they asked for standard edition.
Yeah.
All
So
of the licensing.
yeah. So go for the manuals and read the manuals. Okay, we're just gonna go for WID database, WSUS services. Of course, we need that. So let's just go ahead next. What is this? So either you can give a remote path to save the updates, right? Or you can give the local drive, // WSUS. So I'm giving the path telling the WSUS download all the updates here, right? C colon backslash WSUS, right? Next. Okay, this is just saying that WSUS is the best application on the planet Earth, and please pay us so we could become rich. Okay, richer actually. So role services, yeah, it's just IIS or Internet Information Services server or web server related.
It's gonna create the virtual directory.
Yeah, for the WSUS. Okay, if it wants to restart, yes, always click that. Don't leave Microsoft without a restart if it's pending. Don't go ahead, otherwise it's going to bite you where you don't want it.
Can you write the name of the course which you are saying?
What?
The course which you said?
AWS
Certified.
Certified Architect.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
$4.
But we have
$24,
to
yeah.
Go for it. Give exam from Amazon.
Yeah, of course it's the Amazon exam. No, it through the view.
No, but it's Amazon certified.
It's Amazon certification.
No, I changed
And the
my
top
mind.
paying guys are now the AWS architects.
Yeah.
Architects.
Okay. I changed my mind for MCSE.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. For this one, no. Just go straight. You should know. Sorry? Develop? No. It's for architect. Architect means how to deploy, design and deploy. Everything it includes. But developing it, they would specifically mention it's for developers if it is for it's for deployment only. Yeah, you were saying? MCSA, you were saying?
MCSA, I have changed my mind. Cloud. If I go for MCSA server,
Good.
I do for cloud,
Good.
then it's
Very good. So instead of going for MCSE, which are 7410, 411, 412 are the MCSA basic, then go for 13 and 14. Instead of going for that, if you can also go for Microsoft Private Cloud papers after that, right? That's a better approach, I think, because they're all, and in that cloud papers, you will see SCVMM and SCCM, which I'm talking a lot about. SCCM and SCVMM. So, virtual machine manager, exactly. Yeah, the default options. Yeah, so just those two. Yeah. No, so there is a WID, which is a small database, internal database. We are still using database, but a small one. But if you go for the third option, then we have to have already SQL Server installed somewhere. Okay, that's done. So, yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one.
Associate.
No. Architect, AWS architect. Oh, you have to go for the Udemy. What are they offering? And yeah. Oh, you are there as well. But it's the professional would be, of course, the best one. Associate is the initial one. But what are they offering in Udemy? I think it's for the professional. I think, I'm not sure. But professional would be the best I would go for. So, good luck, man. Okay, guys. So it's done. Okay, good. So let's configure it now. It's a separate process. So I'm just gonna go to the right side or the left. Okay, here. Let's go and follow the yellow triangle here, and the yellow triangle say launch post installation tasks. So when we click that, this comes, and this is time for break.
This will work on every Tuesday.
It is gonna.
It's up to us. So when we configure it, we can actually configure it to install automatically, or just Tuesdays, or just leave it on Tuesday, and when they're just install it on Wednesdays.
In
Up to us.
WPS case, like 200 machines. Every machine I will go on it, press F12, F12, F12. What's this?
No. We created a reference machine, right? Reference machine is just one machine. Once you upload the image, then just deploy it and put it on the server side as automatic.
The one you are creating
Yeah.
before this lab.
Yeah.
That is the solution for 500, 1,000.
Exactly. One time you have to do that one. That's it.
Even though they are on some remote location, I am sitting over here, I can install.
If your van can take it, yes, go for that.
And the last one, WBS, it is only for one machine.
Yeah, so that was just to get an image for all the other empty machines, all the other bare metal machines. Get an image for all the other empty machines. So what does that mean? Get an image for all. We created an image from a working machine, and we're going to deploy that image to all the empty machines. Why?
It is for today. Today lab.
Yeah, it is for today lab, and this is where suppose the scenario was that if you have 500 empty machines now,
Okay.
and the boss said go install Windows 7 and MS Office. So what you're gonna do? Take 100 DVDs
No.
and okay.
That was the solution you were telling today.
Yeah.
Lab, we will follow that. Okay?
Yeah.
But in the last lab, we did one WDS.
That was just to check WDS.
For only one machine. Or
Yeah.
We can install it.
That was just operating system, right? So if you just want operating system, just go ahead and install that. Otherwise, that was just to know how WDS basically works.
Perfect solution for 1,000, 5,000, 12,000.
Exactly.
If you want application on it, all those applications are,
Oh, I think it is ready.
Can you resend that link for this error in WBS, please?
This error in WDS, sure.
So you also send us the email about the presentation, this PDF files. So we.
So if the post installation process is okay and there is no yellow triangle here, then we can go for configuration. So I'm going to go to tools, and then I'm going to go for Windows Server Update Services, which I cannot find here. So if I go downer, then I can find here. This is it. So Windows Server Update Services, and then the window opens now. Okay, so this is the screen here, and it's also already warning that is there firewall configured to allow clients to access the server. So if there's a firewall, we should configure the exceptions into the firewall. Second thing is that can this computer connect to upstream servers such as Microsoft Update as well? Yes, it's going to through the internet. So, and do you have user credentials? Yeah, we have for proxy server if we are using a proxy server, but that window will come now. So next, and do you want to improve the product? No, we want the product to perform worst, so we're not going to join that. Okay, that was just a joke. Next, so synchronize from Microsoft Update, definitely we want to do that. Synchronize from another Windows Server Update Services server. Wow, Server Update Services server. Anyway, so if this is the downstream server, it's going to want to know the name of the upstream server and the port. That's what we should remember, just like we know the port of DNS, right? We know it, right?
Yeah.
Which is okay. Active Directory, Active Directory, which uses Kerberos. So one. So you're in a Windows class. You don't know the port of authentication, and you did not even Google by now. Okay. Whether you're trying to use this and blah for more information, contact your network at. Okay. MSI is not allowed on the parent server. Okay, I got it. Can you take a screenshot of that and send it? Because I want to run it against the forums.
Now the main administrators.
Yeah.
This other one, this MSI is
Always. So you restarted both.
3-4 times.
No, always restart first the parent and don't touch the second one. When it is fully restarted and fully log in, then restart the second one. Why? Because first one is there, second one will authenticate properly, communicate properly, then it will start, letting you do the authentication. If you restart second one first and first one after, second one doesn't even know if the first one is there. It's gonna. Yeah. Okay, synchronized from Microsoft update, guys. So it is. Okay, guys.
What do you need? LDAP, LDAP assistant, Kerberos, DNS, SMB, feature.
Okay, name any one port.
For example, LDAP is 389.
And others
636.
for Kerberos for.
LDAP SSL.
Okay, so what does Active Directory use mainly to authenticate?
Kerberos.
It's 88. Port 88.
So when you are asked in the interview, what does Active Directory, what port Active Directory use? Just say 389. That's it.
TCP
And
UDP.
yeah, so and the interview will be just fine with us. If we go in depth, and if he knows the stuff more, then we're gonna be really in big trouble. 389. That's it. FTP, Telnet.
23.
Okay, 8530. Yeah, that's very good. I mean, all the fun is gone now. I was gonna just say, hey, see, I know and you don't. Anyway, so. This is you have to go to tools, go way down to WSUS, Windows Server Update Services, right? Okay, synchronize from. Yeah, exactly. Did you get it? Way down, last. You did not install it properly. Did you install it properly? It should be showing there on the left side as well. Can you see this on the left side here? Uh-oh. Where were you when we were installing WSUS? You were not here. I don't think you were there. Okay, watch the video. Okay, synchronize from Microsoft update. Next. Update proxy, use a proxy server when synchronizing. What is a proxy server? Quickly.
Proxy server is this cache the web content. Like if you don't have direct internet connection.
Yeah. If we don't have direct internet connection, we get that connection from a proxy server. If we don't write it here, we're not gonna get internet connection and a faster one with all the policies of the company. Anyway, so we're not gonna put that. We are connected directly to DSL. Yep.
Still people are using proxy.
Oh yes. In big companies,
Yeah.
you have to put that WPAD script there, right? So yeah, they proxy it and then they put all the policies there. So next. Okay, start connecting. What it's going to download, it's not a big file. Types of updates available, products that can be updated, available languages. So start connecting. If your internet connection is perfect, it should not take long time.
I mean,
Just 1.5 hours.
like
No, I'm just kidding.
Banks
Yeah.
are big organization. Banks are big organization. They are using proxy server and clients, or they are using Microsoft product, which I don't think they have. Previously, they have ISS. Or
No,
proxy.
it's non-Microsoft.
Huh?
It's non-Microsoft. Third-party proxy servers or even proxy server appliances.
Yeah,
they're
that's
using.
what like.
So hardware appliances
Any
they're using.
firewall come with
Yeah.
the built-in functionality
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the proxy server.
Yeah, as a load balancer and proxy server as well, or a separate appliance for that.
Any known which is common here?
Actually, where I saw that was okay, there was web something. I even forgot the name, but it had, proxy as well as encryption as well as internet permissions, and it was huge. But it's started with web and it's very famous. I don't know. I just forgot that.
You guys are using Palo Alto?
No.
Because mostly banks are using that in big organization, Palo Alto. That is
I
application-based firewall, not
where
the port-based.
the name should have appeared, but no, we are using hardware firewall. So it's as I said, it's going to take very less time, and I told you the time as well. So
I hope record.
It's all about the internet connection. My SSD is fast. Don't worry. He didn't mean it. Yep.
Are you recording?
Oh man, don't say. Okay, so numbers must be moving. Thank God. Okay.
Otherwise, you do hear the pits.
No, I hate that. And we're still not there. So anyone is there? Because now we're all dependent on Humber internet connection. So good luck.
Oh, they're really fast.
They are?
Yeah.
Are you trying with torrents?
No, I didn't
Okay.
try with the torrents.
I'm stuck on post deployment configuration.
No, I got the
Going
error.
about.
I got the
Oh man,
Can you back?
we have a winner. So you got that?
post deployment configuration error.
Oh, what's that? If it's not long.
So configuration failure for Windows Server operating.
Oh, you know what? Uninstall, uncheck. So go to remove and. Mm. Done. Okay, while this is doing this, guys, there is one more configuration in WSUS. Guys, this is NYPD. So can you please? Okay, thank you very much. So yeah, when I do the police thing, they always look at me. Anyway, so WSUS, there is one drawback here. Maybe it's a drawback, maybe it's a very good feature, but you cannot add clients of WSUS from within WSUS. WSUS, you cannot add clients of. So who are the clients of WSUS? Okay, true or false question. Who are the clients of WSUS? The clients of WSUS are all the servers, all the client machines, all the users, all the printers, and all the groups and OUs. True or false? WSUS clients are all server operating systems, client operating systems, and all the users, OUs, groups, and printers. True or false? So what is the true statement, or what is the false in it?
Printer.
Okay.
Mostly they have firmware.
So there are users and groups as well. They don't get directly updated from WSUS, although they have indirect connection by Active Directory is somehow getting updated.
Should be servers and clients.
So it's applications and operating systems only, right? So yeah, and it's even if it's from Microsoft. So guys, you need to add the operating system, the machines. You need to add the machines. So whatever is on the machine that is Microsoft could get updated, right? How do you add the machines to a WSUS server? From within WSUS, you cannot.
Sorry,
Or can you?
have to add
You
group
mentioned
policy.
Yes.
You mentioned
Exactly.
4 objects.
Yep.
One, the servers, clients, OU, and
Not OU.
organization OU.
No, server and client, OSs, operating systems, and applications. That's it.
But now the first out of it is
So no OU, no group, no user.
no.
That was just wrong. Yeah.
So we only out of all of these, we only have
OSs and applications. That's it.
applications on the server and client.
Exactly. Definitely. So, guys, while this is going on, we're going to tell or ask or configure GPO, which is group policy object. So we're going to configure group policy to tell all the clients, hey, your WSUS server is here now, and this is the address of WSUS server. So without configuring group policy, none of the clients will know that there is a WSUS server there.
We can do registry.
Oh,
We can.
yeah. I mean, so okay.
That was old days, like old W7.
No, I'm surrounding you. मैं घेर रहा हूँ. I'm surrounding. Surrounding means that he started something wrong, and I'm trying to surround. Yeah, now I got a target. You're wrong from this. So you're right. Registry is where the changes are happening. What does group policy do?
It
It also
updates the
changed
It makes the registry updates. It changes the registry.
No, but
So you're right
yeah, but-
indirectly. So okay, we're gonna get to group policy and we're gonna go deep down. But right now it's WSUS that's going deep down. Not okay. I was joking when I said it's gonna take 1 hour and 30 minutes, but I think it heard that. So while it is doing that, and it's stubbornly doing that, so I'm just gonna go and check the group policy, where in the group policy which updates we need to, or not updates, which options in the group policy we need to configure or touch to have this. If somehow this error comes to you in WSUS, this could pop up during initial installation. If this error comes, so don't worry, just uninstall WSUS and reinstall again. Ha.
You
Okay.
just think yahoo.com and then your process will complete. Window.
Why not google.com? Okay.
Any
Oh,
internet connection.
okay.
Same thing will happen with him. He
So
just
just
Google-
make sure that make a connectivity with
Yeah.
internet. Okay, so guys, steps to install and configure WSUS. Oh wow. Oh, not wow actually. No, it's okay. No. Okay. This is the domain name, right? It should be the FQDN, server name plus domain name.
Server name plus domain.
So server 1.humberdomain.com. Yeah. Okay guys, so GPO portion is the most important, and I would be asking questions from you that what configurations you would want to configure as a system administrator, and if this opens the document today. Oh, it did. So let's just go ahead and see this document. So I'm just gonna put it on 200% zoom, 200. All right, so first of all, we're going to go inside the group policy, then we're going to create a group policy called new policy called WSUS. Right? So if I put it on book shape, I mean, it looks so good, but it's not good. Okay, so I'm just going to go back. First, we create a policy called WSUS. Second thing, yeah, 456. Second thing is that we're going to be going and opening the WSUS policy. Then there will be 3 or 4 settings we have to do, but we have to go down to computer configuration, policies, administrative templates, Windows components, and then the way deep down is the Windows Server updates. So I'm just going to do that, and you can follow me there, I guess. Whoa, Windows Update. And then there are a couple of policies here that we're going to discuss. So I'm just going to go down one by one to those policies. Let's just try to check where is our configuration. And in my case, it is done. Yay. Okay, so let's just go ahead now. Anyone on this screen? Oh, you are? Okay, so that's very good. I mean, SSD is talking. And Humber SSD connection.
Yeah.
There is no connection like called SSD. Oh, you're also done, right? Okay, so next, now it is all about languages. Okay, one question or one caution here. Suppose you have all kinds of operating systems. It's a large organization, and the boss says, "Hey, why don't you just add the French language here as well?" What is the drawback to that? Okay, I'll click the English is already there. French, I'll click. So what? What will be affected? What extra thing will happen as soon as you connect a language, select a language?
It will download the same packages in both
Bingo.
languages.
So if it was 50 gigs, now it's going to be everything in French, like 50 more gigs. 3 languages, do the math, right? So it's gonna just keep on. So at once you should, select all. That's the perfect. And
Really, the same? It's not the same. For example, Microsoft is releasing 2 different packages.
no, not for every language. Not every language. Some languages have specifics. Some languages have everything. So Chinese language, I think it has all the updates. Wherever the all the software are there, they have to release that update there for that language, right? Wherever the more work is done. So Chinese language, as well as I think French, Arabic, they have that. So wherever they have full, all the types of servers in that language as well. So expect all the updates as well. So it's at once duplicating. Some languages, no, they might not have all the updates, right? So that's a good point. No, maybe it does not affect exact duplicate, but you're adding a lot of data there, right? So your local drive should be good. Yep.
With the latest Windows version, now it is extra language, like it's not complete window is in Arabic, because I have worked in the environment.
No, there are both types actually.
So
Either you can add a language or you can have the full operating system in that language. There are two types separately. In Arabic language, I've been installing full Windows, while some people would say, okay, just add this language option.
Yes, like
That's totally different. That's totally different.
That's what I wanted to ask. Like
Yeah.
if that is implemented
So-
where we have added extra language, not the complete
Yeah.
operating system.
Yeah, it's two different situations and scenarios.
So in that case, we can just include English.
Then English is also, yeah, because basic operating system, primary operating system is all English.
Yeah.
So as long as that's the case, then it won't add that much.
Yeah, if the interface is in English,
Yeah.
it's okay.
So if the whole thing is in that particular language, then updates will be have to be available.
When you get a job in Quebec, for example,
Mhm.
so what do you suggest? English and French?
So you would just tell them, hey, we don't have much disk space, so try to learn English. Thank you.
Otherwise, they will fire you at that.
They will fire you in French.
So
So you fire.
You're
Okay.
fired.
What's fire in French? Anyway,
Yeah.
nobody knows French.
Fumer.
Fumer.
Sorry. Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorti? Oh man, not that. Sorti. All the boards they're written. That exit. That's exit. Sorti or exit? Well, for male. For male. For male? How do you know that? Oh, you know French. Okay. Okay. What is in Spanish?
Whatever, like punto. What the heck? I was just going to teacher used to use this word.
Okay.
Romanian Spanish. Exactly, he said exactamundo.
Exactamundo. Yeah, with accent. Come on, say it with. Okay, so yeah, in languages we know that there is that one thing we have to select. Now all the products. That's what it was taking time for. It was adding all the products. Obviously, we're not gonna select all, right? But that's still an easy option. If you have terabytes of space, and still it's going to update every month, second. So by default, there are some OSs selected already. I don't want to go down and unselect them, so I'm just going to select all here and then unselect. Now whatever was selecting way down in operating system list, everything is unselected now. So I'm just going to go down and start and select only Windows 2012 here for us, just to show some of the downloads there that's going to do. But you can just go for any operating system, and if you have Windows 8 later, I mean, this is not for later. We're going to be doing other labs without WSUS. But if you want to have a permanent solution, I mean, testing environment. Okay, see that all the applications, all the versions of all the major applications Microsoft has is available. So when I go to operating systems, there's that 2012 R2. I'm just going to go there, and there it is, 2012 R2. I'm just selecting that, still making sure nothing else is selected, and just go ahead because I need certain updates only to be showing. I need to show how to approve and download updates. So next. So these are then the critical updates, and the definitions of those are appearing down here. And you could do your homework, what you really need, source packs or security updates, what you want automatically be downloaded, update rollups, updates. So there are different definitions, and we just need to do our homework, what we really need. We're gonna just go for default options there.
What is the difference between critical updates and definition updates?
So definition updates, critical updates, and definition updates. So critical updates are
Critical, like normally the
security updates, which are filling up the vulnerabilities of Windows and any application. Yeah.
when we are updating the window manually, there are like important updates and critical updates. So these are definition updates are important updates.
So definition updates are broadly released and frequent software update containing additions to a product's definition database. It's just so so is it only for Windows Defender? Definition databases are often used to detect objects with specific attributes such as malicious code, phishing websites, or junk email. So I think whatever there is Microsoft Forefront, that's Microsoft's antivirus. Anyway, so yeah, Microsoft antivirus. I think some people do use that, but I never.
I'm using last 3 years. I haven't faced
Forefront,
any problem.
the server.
Not the Forefront, the Defender.
Oh, Defender. No,
Yeah.
the Forefront, the actual antivirus Microsoft is offering.
No, that.
With SCCM, it attached it as well. No, use that. You use my SCCM, you use my antivirus as well. And we're like, okay. So anyway, so no, it's not compulsory. Let's just go ahead. Synchronize manually. Yes, go ahead. I just selected so English and Windows 2012 only. So I will have faster updates. I'm expecting that while the updates are adding, and then we can have the automatic, at different hours. So next, begin initial synchronization. Yes, go ahead. Okay, while that is synchronizing, there are some post WSUS installation options using SSL with WSUS, create computer groups, assign computers to groups using group policy. This is one of the main tasks. We cannot forget that, otherwise, there's no benefit of adding WSUS. So,
Single way to let the clients know about the WSUS.
so there are just 3 policies that we need to enable.
Just through the group policy.
That's the only way. Or yeah, there was another way. Update the registry.
No,
Yeah.
This is the way ages back I have implemented.
Yeah, that we yeah, exactly. You did.
When you
So
were young.
when you were young. So configure auto approval rules. We're gonna see all this as soon as we click finish. Okay, click finish. So now I'm just, because it's 100, it's magnified, so I'm just, oh yeah, there it is. So you should be seeing this now. These are very good reporting. This is very good reporting dashboard, and these are the options that we can configure. So see this, updates are here, and when you expand the updates, there is all updates, critical updates, security updates, and you can see right now, if you go to all updates, 72 have been downloaded already, right? But they're not showing. And how do they show? Click this approval and go down any except declined, and also go down for this failed or needed and any. So both last bottom options of approval and status, and click refresh. Now you see 129 have been downloaded already, total of 130, but it's gonna go up to 7,000. So it's gonna keep going. Depends. I think it was last time 7,000. So critical updates, out of those is 23. They're not showing, but it's the same procedure. I'm just gonna go for anything. Go down, accept any for both. Refresh. But it's of no use if I don't see a computer in my. Man, you need coffee, man.
That's what.
You need coffee. Okay, so okay, so let's go ahead. If we go to computers now, we don't see any computer. And if I go to all computers, 0 computers of 0 shown. Now let's go to group policy, and we have our so many computers that we want to show, just 2. So let's just go for those 2 computers. I mean, do we have 2 computers even? Okay, you can start any of those computers which are joined to the domain. In our case, we have, in my case, there are 2 or 3 computers joined to the domain. So group policy will affect all. I am now going to, so I'm going to keep it open here and go back to tools and the group policy. What do I open here for group policy? management, right? Group policy management. And I'm going to quickly create a new policy for that. So,
Before the WSUS complete.
so it's in the background, it's downloading, right?
No, what I'm saying is mine is still downloading. But what I'm saying, can we go along with this before
No, you have to wait for that. So, and you know the video is coming. Video will
Are
be
you
released.
recording?
Today I'm like after every 5 minutes. So, and I'm checking as well. 19, 20. Okay, cool. So let's just go to that domain and create our own group policy. If we create policy on the domain level, it's going to affect every computer under that domain, right? Normally it's a bad choice, but anyway, who cares? It's our lab, So if I would do in a production environment, the best practice always is you always create any policy in the group policy objects, which is not connected anywhere, right? It's just a repository. So let's just connect there. So right click the group policy objects. Otherwise, I was just gonna go there. I'm just adding an extra step just to show the best practice. Click new here, group policy, new, and I'm just gonna name it WSUS. Press OK. The policy has been created, but not linked to anything and not configured for anything, right? So I'm just going to right click the policy and try to configure it first. Then I'm gonna link it to the domain. So any computer under the domain will be affected, right? So edit. Now this is the editor for that WSUS policy. It has been opened. So right now it's an empty editor. So we're just concerned about the computer configuration. So expand the policies, computer configuration, and then administrative templates. Anyone following?
Yeah.
All right. So that line is like, so after half an hour, it's like snoring. What? Okay. So okay. Anyway, so thank God I'm talking. Otherwise, I would be sleeping as well. So because I cannot, or sleep talk maybe. Anyway, Windows components. So administrative templates. So computer configuration, expand policies, expand administrative templates, then Windows components. And then way down to the Windows update. Exactly. Now we have very few policies, a couple of thousand. No. Okay. So let's make it alphabetical first, right? So just click on the top here, setting. Now they are alphabetical. Now there are just 4 we have to configure, and we're gonna get the result right away, I guess. So for some, if the policy doesn't reach there, good luck whenever it reaches, or restart the Windows. And there's a command when you put a policy. Anyone knows the command for that? GP updates at force or GP update, right? So okay, so what are the commands we're gonna give? So first command, I'm just gonna go back to the slide now, or the document here, and that is group policy editor, configure automatic updates. So first is configure automatic. So go to C and go to configure automatic updates, and there I'm gonna ask you some questions. Let's see what are the questions. You as a system administrator would decide how. So configure automatic updates is here. Double click that. If we go to enable the policy, what would be out of these options you would select for 10,000 computers? I'm going as a system administrator, you're going to update 10,000 computers. What option you're going to select that? Notify for download and notify for install, auto download and notify, auto download and schedule, allow local admin to choose. Fourth, auto download and schedule the install. So what does that do?
Automatically download and schedule after the working hours.
Is it going to install?
Schedule to
Who's going to schedule that or schedule that? Or
Next option is schedule and start.
exactly. So scheduled install day and put the option here as a combination for schedule. That was the next question. Who's gonna schedule it? I mean, where's the schedule? I mean, where? So, if you go down there, there's a schedule. But why not auto download and notify? Why not that?
Maybe the user reject that download update.
Notify who? Yeah, exactly. The end user. We don't want end user to be involved there. Exactly. So no interaction with user. So what's the company policy? Anywhere, if you have in your company seen, what is the policy of downloading updates?
No, but there is one more thing. If you put automatically install, scheduled to install, every company has its own policy.
Yeah.
Some company keep the system on. Some have policy to shut it down when they are going. So accordingly, we can implement that.
So what happens in banks or normally what I see is that first of all it's deployed through SCCM. Second thing, when it is deployed to certain thousand desktops, so the email starts coming from Monday that this weekend, coming weekend, do not shut down your desktop, do not lock your desktop, just log off. Log off, don't lock or don't shut down. So this email comes nearly every day. This weekend we'll do that, and then when we come back, when the users come back on Monday, next Monday, in the email also is just told that desktop teams will be ready on Monday. If you see any issue, call the desktop team and they will communicate to us, and that's how. So you will find your system restarted. That's in the email. That so if you are in locked position, this means you must have some applications open, and unsaved application, you're gonna lose those. So this is how we just explain to the users. What about the laptops? So desktops are there. Laptops come and go, come and go, come and go. So whenever the laptops arrive, the email is there. So we get to know that okay, it's gonna go for laptops. They have a separate email, and whichever has, separate instructions that if you're not coming on Monday, whenever you now log in after that weekend, those updates will install. So let them install and try to save your work. That's all they say. If it requires a restart, they will mention that. If it doesn't require a restart, they will say, okay, just keep working and it will install in the background. You will feel that some level of performance issue, but overall, yeah.
In a scenario where none of the workstation will be asked to be up, whatever is done on the Active Directory, the head office, once we resume office on Monday and the workstation is not working, all we do is to force the GP updates by force, and it will catch up with whatever
Yep.
the ones have implemented at the head office over the weekend.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that much,
So GPRSI forces if it did not implement for certain
it
users.
doesn't mean it doesn't matter whichever workstation is
Yeah.
up or down. Once
Yeah.
it is implemented in the head office,
Whoever is connected or will connect will get it.
we get it.
Yep.
And if you are not getting it, then just go to command prompts.
Yeah.
And do GP updates.
Slash force and you'll get it. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. This is the last resort, and desktop teams are always following up and checking. Otherwise, WSUS or SCCM has a reporting tool that checks the applications who is on which desktop is on which update level right now. So it gives very good reports that it has failed to install that update, or it was successful to install these updates, right?
In case of VDA,
So you have to update the image and then deploy it over when you're deploying the newer image, update the golden image first, and also whichever image is being accessed by the users, there is already an update process. When it launches, before that it updates that.
because normally in case of golden image, we disable the automatic update.
It's monthly process, or whenever you want to update, we update. Our guy updates that after 2 or 3 months or 6 months.
But
So
those clients are not
it
joining
touches.
the,
If it's critical update, then we touch it. Then we install the updates. We don't regularly install all the updates. When the machine is deployed there, then it connects and gets its updates. If it's critical, put it in the image.
So we have implemented GP on that. Or even in the case of VDI, we have implemented that group policy.
So the policy has to be separately defined there, and policy gets added from if you get the .adm templates for that.
Okay.
Specifically, that when you install the product, you will have those ADM templates.
Yes.
Then you can just according to the behavior of the VDI itself. Okay, so I'm just gonna select that. Okay, the main thing is to understand what are the options and when do we do that. I'm just gonna select and apply. But what it says here is schedule install time 3 o'clock. Install during automatic maintenance. It's the automatic maintenance is night time normally after 12 to 4. So I'm just gonna click OK here. There's a second update here. Okay, first update is configure automatic updates option. Second is, man, this magnifying glass is really magnifying. Okay, so now this is the option that's going to tell who is our WSUS server. So with port, we have to mention that specifically, but which update is that? Specify intranet Microsoft update service location. Go to S and go to specify. What we are making sure here, server 1. So this will be the FQDN of the WSUS server. What is an FQDN? Fully qualified domain name, server plus domain name, right? So the domain name, server name of the WSUS server. In our case, it's domain controller, but it could be any other server. WSUS server. They are always dedicated separate servers. So I'm just gonna http server 1 dot humber domain dot local colon 8530. That's the main thing to realize. So I'm just gonna go back there and specify. Oh, there is it. In S there's only one specify. Okay, http / server 1, right?
Yeah.
So when humber domain dot local colon 8530, right? Or 8350.
85.
Thank you. Press tab, Control C, Control V, and just save here. So now the machines should know we're not supposed to connect to internet, we're supposed to connect to this guy here, right? So I think there are total 3 options. The last option is enable client-side targeting. You can enable any other option here as you see fit as a system administrator. So you can enable 4 or 5 options, whatever is the requirement. There is enable client-side targeting, and enable that. And after that, this is the command that we need to run whenever we make changes in the group policy. Okay, client-side targeting, we have to just put the name, specifies the target group name or names that should be used to receive updates from an intranet Microsoft update service. So it could be a target group of computers that you can target and deploy the updates to. This is not very compulsory, but we can set it up, and you can set up any other option as well.
Firstly, you have written we have to create a group for the users, then we have to give them.
Yeah. So it's we are configuring the computer configuration in the group policy right now, right? So a group of computers would be the main target, but this is the command which everyone knows already. GP, not GP results. What is GP results /R for? Anyone knows that? GP results /R.
Shows that running group policy on the machine.
Sorry.
It shows that group policy on the
What policies are exactly? on that particular machine. So as a troubleshooting, you're just going somewhere to some machine and something is not working and you've tried everything. So you would just go for what exact policy is implemented on that particular machine. So you would just run gp result/r and resultant set of policies would return, just showing which policies are implemented to this particular machine, right? So that really troubleshoots a lot of options there. And then there are many other options, but I would just suggest go for gp update/force on any servers that are joined to the domain. But right now I'm just gonna select this policy here. We have to exactly link it before we do the, so 11 client-side targeting. I'm just enabling that, and you know, Humber domain. We can just put that there, but it's not domain specific. Like you don't have to put the. Yeah, it's a group name. It's not nothing to do with connecting to domain or anything. Okay, whenever we change or made changes to the group policy. Okay, let's just close this editor. This is the editor, right? So where we made the policies, this group policy object WSUS is still sitting nowhere. Actually, group policy objects, we need to link it to, so let's just link it to the the default domain itself. So what will happen, all the computers under that domain, if they're joined to the domain, they're going to be affected by this policy, right? How do we link it? Right click Humber domain.local, exactly, and link an existing GPO, right? So this is the end of this very important lab. Oh, okay, and we're finishing this lab now because okay, no, we're not finishing. Yeah, so link an existing GPO. So WSUS, press OK. Now it should be domain wide. It should be affecting domain wide, but it has to be
Change the order because
first it will go for default domain policy. So how do we change the order? If we go to link the group policy objects and click this, so here and here, and then we can just say okay, you go up, push it up. Very good point. I was not gonna do that, so it would just take first this. Hey, what are you eating, man? That's not fair.
About 5 years.
Okay. You're in a good mood. So, okay, once we make those changes, what do we do? Just run that command on anything OS and expect the results, and good luck. So, on that server, gp update /horse, huh?
On the domain controller or the where we want to implement.
Where you want to implement, you can implement there as well, but especially the domain controllers to move it. Hey, wake up! Implement it like NOW now. So, okay, WSUS is there, and I have member server here, and oh wow, image is there also. Woohoo! So this image was deployed, or it's uploaded to the WDS server. So I can just show that as well in the end, that how to deploy this image now, right? It's going to be so easy. But I should have had this in one video. Anyway, now this is attached to this video. I have to cut it from here. Anyway, long work. So I have this Humber 2 server 2 there. I have Windows 2012 here, which is not logged in actually. So if the group policy is implemented, what at least I'm expecting is my domain controller should be showing up minimum. So we could see how servers or how computers are appearing there, and how to deploy any Windows updates to any computer. If we can deploy to one computer, we can deploy to 1,000 computers or 10,000 computers, right? Same way. Yep. System administrator. Any member of domain. Domain and you must be part of the domain administrator group, or domain admins minimum to deploy that. It's deploying a role. So if you're just member of a domain users, which is the basic, it has no rights to deploy, it on the roles on the server. So, but you should be domain admin because it will require your credentials, domain admins, basic.
So you're updating on the WS link.
So I'm still on one client, one machine. You can have Windows 8 if you're retrying that, or keep this and add Windows 8, join it to the domain, or add Windows 2012 if you already have a member server. So go to the member server and run GP updates force there as well, or restart it. I mean, it's going to then check all the policies and it's going to implement that.
Now server 2 as a child domain.
Yeah. So
The mail is not working still.
no, it is working for many guys, and I showed you a working version of that. It worked for my computer. The steps are same. Okay. Anyway, so
I tagged it already. Just because.
you broke my heart by saying that. Oh, okay. So
No, but in this system, at least the server itself it should show.
and it is showing. Today is my lucky day. Okay. Anyway, so 0 computers of 1 shown, 1 total. If we can know what to do with this 1 computer, that's the same thing we can do for 1,000 computers and 10,000 computers, right? So where would it show up? All computers, and if you go to unassigned computers, it's going to show up, of course, there as well. And how do we see that? Of course, go to way down any and refresh. There's my computer that is showing 0% updates were installed there. And so I'm just going to, what we need to do in the computers area, we have to go to all computers and we have to add computer group. This group has nothing to do with group policies or Active Directory groups, as this is an internal grouping inside WSUS, nothing to do with Active Directory groups. So I'm just going to go for, suppose there's an accounts department. I don't know why I love accounts department. So every example is accounts.
Print money.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, they sign my checks. Anyway, so management, and yeah, they scream on me when I screw up. So I hate that. Anyway, so if we have 2 departments here, suppose, so whatever computers, so in a large environment, you would see thousands of computers here. And you would have to put them, if your computers are named smartly, what do you mean by that? Maybe they're from management department. Maybe you have some terminology for that. MG01, maybe they're on floor number 3. So MG FL3. Maybe they're the 25th computer on floor number 3 for accounts department or management. MG FL23. So if you smartly put those names, you would know right away the location and which department they belong to. So you would know right away by seeing the name which policy to implement, right? And you would know the factors of how long will it take. Maybe it's over the WAN. If it's the New York computers, floor 3, 23rd computer, so you would use NYMG FL23. So you would know right away where it is, right? If you smartly put the names there. Okay, so computer is here. I'm just going to drag it or add it to the management group. Change membership. I'm just going to, if there were 20 computers here, I would just select all. We can just control A or select 20 computers at one time or 30 computers at one time and add it to any group we want. This is a local WSUS group. So change membership here. It's going to ask where. So I just created 2 groups here, right? They are local WSUS groups. Nothing to do with Active Directory. So management, I'm just putting it as an example in management. Press OK. So
Go back to the group policy. I just
Yep.
want to confirm one. Can you just right click and right click on WSUS?
You're saying about enforcement.
Just go over there. What is this enforced and link enabled?
this is coming in group policy. Okay.
So right now we are unable
We don't need to enforce. No, enforce. Okay, since you asked, so enforce is when you have this enabled. So let me just tell you, block inheritance. When you have used this, so in order to make it if you want to unimplement that, or in order to make it ineffective, you just enforce that whatever policy coming from the parent OU must not be blocked at the OU level, and it should be implemented, and it would just make it ineffective that block inheritance is there or not. So enforce is just for that. So that was one of the group policy topics. But don't go for enforce here. This doesn't mean that it's going to. It means it's going to enforce the policy,
Okay.
but it's as a last resort we use, and it should normally work. So so it's that's why I just use that GP updates as force. If you have used it, if that doesn't work, then restart. Right, that's gonna work definitely. So what I'm trying to show here, if we have the computer in management, suppose there are 20 computers in management or 200 computers in management, I will go to the updates up there. Suppose I've installed that in my replica environment, in the test environment. What do? I'm gonna go and select some of the updates. Suppose these are the updates we have tested. Now we want to deploy it, right? So right click those updates, approve, decline, status report. Also see that they are 0% right now, so they are not downloaded, right? So approve, and then which set of computers, which computer groups you want to deploy that. Management, okay. Click the management, approve for install, approve for removal if they were already there, not approved at all, then why are you even here? Oh, anyway, so approved for install, and press OK. After you press OK, it's going to do this. So approving security update, and it's going to start installation, download and deployment. It hasn't even downloaded. It's going to do it at some time when we approve, right? So right now it's going to download and deploy that to that particular computer. So you can unapprove while it is downloaded as well, or you could just superseded update. Means that if you have deploying an update today, now after 6 months there is a new version of that same update, so that new update can supersede or override the same older update, right? So this is how we approve and deploy. Right now it's 304 all updates, total updates downloaded. Downstream servers are here. Synchronizations, 2 synchronizations are reported there, but if we schedule it, it's going to give the details here. All the options are here which we deployed during the wizard, are all the options here. Product classification, same thing here again. All products. Now you want to add more products, and classification, whatever else you want for those specific products, you can still come back to the same options. Update files and languages, and update languages, all the same options are there, right?
Each and every update for each and every group, like select these updates, and
Some updates are common for all computers, so you would just select all the groups. If it is specific for some groups, so that's exactly what we did right now. I just selected some updates and just selected one group.
we have to manually check the names, like they are too lengthy names. There is security update like this. KBC, which one is there, which one is left.
Well, in large organizations, without properly testing, they won't even. That's a company policy to properly test it and have a proof that I tested it. Have the proof that event viewer, yeah.
From my experience, there's a flow with this WSUS. That you download all of the updates and you approve it and deploy it to the computers. And by chance, if you go and run the Windows update on the client, like the Microsoft, that you find some missing ones.
So if you try to test it by directly installing, it will be missing some of the updates. So this means it's not deploying all the updates, right?
This deploying, it's not downloading all of the updates from Microsoft.
So what we selected is what it's downloading, right?
It seems that Microsoft is having 2 repositories, one for direct and one for
No, it could be. See this, when you directly connect, it is going for everything. While here with WSUS, we are selecting these 3. So updates are missing here.
even the critical updates.
Even within the critical updates, some are newer that you saw, which you should have been downloaded there. Okay, so it could be a flaw there. It could be a bug. we should install all the updates, latest update for the operating system. So there must be some new releases there that must have configured that.
Can't we block
Mhm. Well, without WSUS, I don't think any company can. But if there's a flaw, I think there must be a update already available.
There are some products, which are, like, little more sophisticated, but more capability.
Yeah, yeah. Through SACM we deploy. So
but we can't
and-
block client-side updation.
So that was the second option, and that was actually the client-side testing we were supposed to do. If your group policy implemented correctly, what's the proof? First proof is, okay, these updates are downloading or not. Second proof, the client-side update area must be grayed out. You are not supposed to even change that.
Yeah.
So if you have put proper group policies there, that area should be grayed out. If you put the proper policies, the client side update area should be grayed out
Yeah.
fully. The client can't even check it. But if you want to check as an administrator, yes, you can just go there and
We were, going to the registry and, just
Yeah.
these keys.
the keys and values for that.
And just for test purpose. And we were always finding that there are missing updates.
Well, huge companies rely on this very tool for that. And they are going really specific on every update. Why are we installing that? It's really
Yeah, full trust on this one. And that
Yeah.
was where we came with some Microsoft tools and
go ahead and.
some missing updates.
So did you, put any complaint there or talk to
We
much?
have no answer.
Oh, okay.
We kept silent.
That's a good update actually. So, okay, I just wanted to check one more thing. Since I have just one server showing up here, if I go to the control panel, maybe it shows me that I can still connect to the client, or maybe it does not show me that. So if I go to system and security and go to Windows Update here, change settings, this option, yeah, I cannot put it, here. You're not supposed to, it's grayed out now. You're not supposed to touch this as a user. So this is a group, this means the group policy perfectly implemented if it is grayed out here. And yeah, I cannot select, and it says that your system administrator, some settings are managed by your system administrator. If this is option, yes, group policy was implemented, but this is the local computer, right? I should have checked it on Windows 8, but Windows 8 we are checking the same thing same way. So that's why I just showed everything on one computer. If you have 1,000 computers, you're just going to go to the computers and make sure they restarted after the group policies implemented, or you ran GP updates at force, or just give them time, right? So if they should be grayed out on the client side, and then of course this means your clients are getting updates from this WSUS. So 5:42, we have enough time to start another lab, and no, some guys are like, whoa, man.
It's called reverse psychology.
So, it's you guys are actually coming earlier, so that's why I don't want to, let you go early as well. Oh, okay, that was opposite. So, later Saturdays, when the time will be lesser and lesser, very important topics will still remain, so we might extend time then. So try to have collectively get a coffee as a group. It will be and then we're gonna sit 1 hour extra, right? And I don't mind having Timbits, no problem. And cake ones, oh, don't worry about that, I don't mind at all. So anyway, have that group ready because we might stay even longer. Those of you who want to see all the labs and really want to have live questions answered, I'm offering this. It's just for you, right? Otherwise I want to just go even earlier than you. It's just that I'm offering that if you want to do all the other labs and it's lesser days are left, we can sit 1 hour longer. Humber's not going to pay me for that, right? But if you guys want, also you need to arrange the coffee together. So have that things ready, and we're gonna have 1 hour or 1.5. Last 2 cohorts, they were saying, hey, we all the other topics, what do we do? I said, okay, let's sit 1 hour or more, and majority of the class was there. We went through all the labs and all the options. Okay, so I'm stopping the update here. Update here. I'm stopping the video here. Everything is update I'm talking right now. Oh guys, hello. Stop. So 5:44. We still have a lot of time. You know, whatever time. Huh? Yes. So see this at least. The image that was created. How do we deploy that now? So it's a complete WDS lab, right? So if I go to that, this is done. I'm gonna click finish now, right? The image should be there now. So where should the image be? If I go to my WDS, where should the image be? So if I go to the WDS, let me close this. So how do we deploy the image of a working computer to an empty computer? This is what we're doing. This is the mucho importante, thing we're supposed to do. So if we go way down, I think the WDS lab is still open. No, it's the WSUS lab. Oh yeah, I did not stop, but whenever somebody reminds, it's my okay, still working. So guys, where should I find that uploaded image of a working computer? Where on? Okay. It was showing accounts group when I was showing you, right? So which one is that? Accounts W Win2K12. I should have added capture here. So that's how it's we're gonna see that, but it's gonna be a little tricky when we go to a new machine. So now I'm gonna start a bare metal machine, and let's deploy the working computer image or image taken from a reference computer, right? Yeah, it's recording. Yeah. Well, so I'm just gonna go and create a new machine, but before that, I think I was doing VMnet 12. So the new machine must be connected to VMnet 12. Create new virtual machine. I will install the operating system later, and it's 2012, so the drivers of 2012 should be loaded. So I don't want Windows 8, but I would recommend that when you're redoing the lab, do it with Windows 8 totally. And there is no Windows 2012, so I'm just going to just kidding. So okay, Windows 2012 here. Next. And Windows 2012 WDS, because later I just need to delete that. Next, 60 GB, customize. Oh, it was VMnet 12. Okay, close, finish. Oh, whoa. Before that, anyone remembers what setting I need to do on the server side? Server side. This is a bare metal installation. We used to click one option on the server side. Without that, it's going to just pass by me, right? So, I still need to finish. I hope it doesn't start. Oh, it don't start. Oh, okay. That will not. Okay. So, server 1, right click, properties. We know that option already. Boot. Then go there. Continue the PXE boot unless the user presses the escape key. So apply OK. Okay, so okay, power on, but yeah, I don't have to touch anything, so I'm just gonna try to show that. So power on, it's okay, it should take us to the images. This also comes okay, this is the options, then the IP address, and yes, good. It got the IP address 59 and contacting the server. If it stays there, what to do? Now we know that, right? Pending approval, exactly. If it stays, and it is staying, so pending approval, it is still enabled. So exactly. So I'm just gonna go to Pixie response now. Oh no, what am I doing? I was gonna uncheck that, but pending devices, exactly, you're right. And right click, approve. I'm just going fast. Oh,
He's lucky today. He's not gonna face any problem.
so now, yeah, it's going ahead, and there you go. And always, make that, because it's also there's a countdown going on, right? Sometimes the wrong image is there, so it's showing here now. Capture one. Where do we go? Capture one or this one? Capture, right? You sure? Capture, right?
Capture one of that. We are booting in the machine.
Anyway,
We use the capture.
capture one. Okay, let's just go ahead. I created, when I asked it 3 times, so I created that suspense. Da-da-da. There should be a background music. Da-da-da. Right? Who said the capture one? Oh, it may be right. Come on. All right. Not the capture one, guys, but it's in the video, so I said, okay, let's just go ahead and check that. So this is now doing what? It's yeah. Hey, do you want to capture the local C drive? There is no local C drive. There is no operating system installed there at all, right? So cancel out. I'm just going to start that again. It's going to automatically go. That's why I just did that. So this is very easy to get confused with, right? At once we'll go automatically to capture one. So now we see that we're not supposed to go there, and there you go. It's not gonna let me do that again. What? Yeah, it's just F12. It went to manual mode, so restart. So it should automatic do that. Oh man. Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna grab it, F12, because it's saying it's not going for that thing again. So click when it comes to F12. Okay, again. So this time I had to press that, right? And now let's go to the first one, right? So hey, somebody said capture again.
That was from last cohort.
Somebody said capture again, man. Okay. And okay, so we go to the one that showed us the boot image option only. Now let's see. It's going to show us the install images in the background. So capture is only for capturing a local C drive. That's it. We have to go to the previous option, which was basically showing all the options. So
We have to capture the image of Windows 8. That's why we have just browse the boot image of Windows 8 and create a capture image.
yeah.
But now we are installing on the bare machine the same Windows 8 captured image. So we need to use the boot image of Windows 8 or anyone.
Now go through the boot image, then it will show you all the list of images which is coming now. It is coming.
Show the list.
Okay. There you go, man. Hey, we got the fast and curious. Okay, so Humber domain / no, we can just go for prefix as well. Humber admin, and I hear someone snoring. Okay, anyway, so press OK, and there you go. Now these were the two images we had. Accounts one exactly is the working machine image, right? So this is how we deploy working machine image. Let's go next. Now what's missing here? The final thing that is very crucial, that's missing from this lab, WDS lab. Now we know. Wake. WAIK. Automation is missing. That's what we're gonna do next Saturday. So keep this environment intact. we're gonna install. I'm gonna send you the link for Wake 300 megabytes. So just download it already in your machines, and then we're going to actually automate this same installation, right? So I should not be pressing OK on that. It's 200 machines I'm pressing on, right? If it's 200 machines, I'm stuck already. This solution is not workable if I have to press even a single window, right? So we're gonna work on Wake and some other labs. Okay, that's it. So it's installing. That's how we install it, right? For the working image, working reference computer image. And next time we're gonna just finish 3-part lab, but we're also doing some other labs as well, right? Okay. Tonight? Okay, sure. So I'll have to start that. Yeah.